There is a thief that is stealing your life. It is a silent, respectable, and universally celebrated thief, and it is robbing you, second by second, of your potential, your peace, and your power. That thief is a single seductive word. More. More meetings. More notifications. More projects. More friends. More information. More opportunities. You've been taught that the path to success is a path of addition, that a full calendar is a sign of importance, that a busy life is a sign of a successful life. And so you say yes. You say yes to everything. You say yes to the request that drains your energy. You say yes to the project that distracts from your purpose. You say yes to the social event you secretly dread. You have become a slave to yes. And you are drowning in a sea of triviality. Your attention is fractured into 1,000 pieces. Your energy is scattered to the four winds. You are busy, constantly, exhaustingly busy, but you are not productive. You are not moving forward. You are simply treading water in a hurricane of the non-essential. Today, we reclaim your power. Today, we learn the single most important, most powerful, and most liberating word in the dictionary of the successful. That word is no, and you will master the power of saying it. This is not about being a pessimist. It is not about being selfish. It is about being a strategist. It is about understanding the fundamental law of focus. You cannot create a masterpiece by adding more paint to canvas. You create a masterpiece by removing everything that is not the masterpiece. Your yes has no power until you have mastered the no. Your commitment to one thing is meaningless until you have had the courage to reject the other 99. Your life is a block of marble, and you are the sculptor. Every single day, you are given a choice. You can either make 1,000 random, meaningless chips with 1,000 different yes, and be left with a pile of rubble. Or you can pick up the sharp, precise, and powerful chisel of no and begin to deliberately carve away everything that is not your grand design to reveal the magnificent statue of the life you were born to live. But how do you choose? How do you know what is the marble and what is the rubble? You cannot say no to the non-essential until you have a burning, all-consuming yes to what is truly essential. You must have a purpose, a vision, a single, definite, and non-negotiable mission for your life. This mission becomes your fortress, your standard, your ultimate filter. From now on, every opportunity, every request, every single thing that asks for a piece of your precious time and energy must be brought before the gates of this fortress and answer a single question. Do you serve the mission? If the answer is not a resounding, unequivocal yes, then it is a swift, unapologetic, and liberating no. This is the secret of the masters of focus. When Steve Jobs returned to Apple in 1997, the company was drowning. It was drowning in the non-essential. It was producing dozens of different products, each one cannibalizing the resources and focus of the other. It was a company saying yes to everything and on the verge of bankruptcy. What was his first act? Not an act of addition, but an act of radical subtraction. He drew a simple 2x2 grid on a whiteboard. Professional, consumer, desktop, portable, and he said, "This is it. We will make 4 great products. Everything else has to go." The engineers were in shock. The executives were in panic. They were saying no to good products, to profitable projects. But Jobs understood the law. He knew that good is the enemy of great. He knew that to build a masterpiece, you must have the courage to burn the distractions. And with the power of that strategic, ruthless no, he saved Apple. He cleared away the rubble. And in the space that he created, he and his team were able to build the iPod, the iPhone, and the empire that would change the world. That power is available to you. The power to declare what is essential and to ruthlessly eliminate the rest. This is not about time management. It is about life management. It is the art of the deliberate life. It is the understanding that you are the architect of your days, and every no is a foundational brick in a cathedral of your success. It is a choice to live a life of depth, not of breadth. To be a laser, not a floodlight. But to be a laser, you must understand the physics of power. Power is not created. It is concentrated. And the act of concentration is an act of elimination. It is the conscious, disciplined, and often painful process of saying no. And you must understand the true cost of your every yes. As the great philosopher Walden Pond, Henry David Thoreau, taught us, the cost of a thing is the amount of life which is required to be exchanged for it, immediately or in the long run. Let that sink in. Every time you say yes to a meeting that could have been an email, the cost is not 1 hour of your time. The cost is 1 hour of your life. Every time you say yes to a social gathering that drains your spirit, the cost is not a few hours of your evening. The cost is a portion of your finite existence. Every time you say yes to a project that does not align with your core purpose, the cost is not just a few weeks of effort. It is a piece of your destiny that you have just sold for a price far too cheap. You are exchanging the gold of your life for the rubble of the non-essential. And you are wondering why you are not rich in spirit, in purpose, in accomplishment. This is the discipline, the daily, hourly discipline of the audit. You must become a ruthless accountant of your own life. You must put every request, every demand, every opportunity on the scale, and weigh it against the only currency that matters. And you must have the courage to ask the hard question, is this worth a piece of my life? And if the answer is no, you must have the courage to say it. Why is this so hard? Why does this simple two-letter word get caught in our throats? Because we are social creatures, conditioned to seek approval. We are terrified of offending. We are terrified of missing out. We are terrified of being seen as difficult, as not a team player, as selfish. But you must decide what you are more terrified of. The temporary discomfort of another person's slight disappointment, or the permanent, soul-crushing agony of your own regret, the regret of a life half-lived, of a masterpiece left unsculpted, of a song left unsung. To say no is the ultimate act of self-respect. It is a declaration that your life, your energy, and your purpose are sacred, that your time is not a public resource to be plundered, but a private treasure to be invested. Consider the life of the ancient Spartan warrior. His power was not in the multitude of his weapons. He had a shield and a spear. His power was in the simplicity of his focus. His entire life was stripped of the non-essential. He had one mission, one purpose, to be an unbreakable part of the phalanx. This singular focus made him the most feared and respected warrior in the ancient world. He was a master of saying no to everything that did not serve his purpose. No to comfort. No to excess. No to distraction. You must become the Spartan of your own life. You must identify your mission, your one great yes. And then you must have the discipline to discard everything else. And when you do, something incredible happens. The chaos begins to recede. The noise begins to fade. And in the space that you create, in the quiet, focused sanctuary of your own design, you'll find the freedom to do the deep, meaningful, and legendary work you were put on this earth to do. You will build a resilience to the chaos of the world because you are no longer a participant in it. You are an observer, operating from a calm, protected center of your own making. Every no you speak to the non-essential world outside is a powerful, life-giving yes to the essential world within. It is a yes to your art, a yes to your health, a yes to your family, a yes to your peace of mind, a yes to your own genius. And this is the ultimate equation of a life well lived. Your life is the sum of your choices, and every choice is a trade. Every yes is a no to something else. By saying yes to the trivial, you are by default saying no to the magnificent. By saying yes to the crowd, you're saying no to your own unique genius. By saying yes to the comfort of the present, you are saying no to the freedom of the future. For years, you have been making this trade unconsciously, and it has cost you everything. But now you see the truth. Now, you understand the power you hold in that single two-letter word, the power to create space, the power to create focus, the power to declare your own priorities in a world that is trying to set them for you, the power to live a life by design, not by default. This is your moment of declaration, the moment you stop living a life of quiet desperation, a life drowned in the shallows of the non-essential, and you begin to carve a new path towards the deep waters of your own purpose. The journey will not be easy. The world will test your new resolve. The siren song of more will be a constant temptation. The ghosts of your old obligations will haunt you. But you will hold your ground because you are no longer a passive passenger. You are the architect. You are the sculptor. You are the sovereign of your own life. So the work begins now, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, what is the one non-essential thing you will say no to today? Is it the mindless scrolling that steals your evenings? Is it the toxic relationship that drains your spirit? Is it the pointless meeting that devours your most creative hours? Is it the fear of what others will think that silences your own truth? Identify it. See it for the thief that it is. And with all the conviction of a soul reclaiming its freedom, you must look in the eye and you must say the word. No, with that single word, you will feel a shift, a tremor in the foundation of your life. It is the feeling of a cage door swinging open. It is the sound of a chain breaking. It is the first breath of a free man, a free woman. This is the path. It is the art of the deliberate life. Stop adding. Start subtracting. Stop wanting more. Start becoming more. Master the power of saying no, and you will unlock the life that has been waiting for you all along. A life of focus, a life of peace, a life of power, a life that is finally and truly your own.